And when that black light goes through that diamond, what does it become? L-I-G-H-T. And from the blackness comes, or the darkness, comes the light. You got it? So you see, that Bible is not as chronological as we think it is. The story is told several times in different ways. But the one of Noah gives it a little more complete. Now, believe it or not, the Semites became the Egyptians. And the other one, Japhet, came the Gentile, and Ham, Canaan, lowland. That's what Canaan means, lowland. Shem means renown, and Japhet to add on. So we're in a mess out there because we're messed up inside too. And as I was told, they're speaking, we were a god-awful mess as you are today. In other words, they were as we are right now, and we are repeating what they did, only in a higher frequency. You got it? The same old story. So I want you to go back to the tennis ball with the tennis ball. And one is turning one way and the other one is turning the other way. So both of them at one time were revolving simultaneously, or the same way. Now if this thing is revolving this way, and this is true north here, both of them are lined up. But somehow, if you look at our calendar, we got lost someplace. We call this the 21st century, when the reality is 2000. So somebody pushed the clock ahead. So they took this thing here and pushed it ahead, maybe to there. Now you see, this took this with it, and now we're going this way. And now our index finger is pointing toward Ursa Minor, Small Bear, at the very tip of the tail, the pole star or Polaris. Same thing. But this thing is going, it's moving this way. And as I told you a couple of weeks or a couple of times ago, that if you take a piece of wood and you put it on a motor and you let it rotate this way, and you take another piece of wood and you let it rotate in the opposite way and bring them together, what do you get? friction. And from the friction, what happens? What do you get after that? What do we sense? We sense heat, and if you leave it long enough, you have fire. And this is where the fire comes. And this is from where we get volcanoes. You rub your hands together this way, but if you do it this way, you feel the heat. Feel it. Feel the heat. So when this thing finally gets here, now you're backing up, this is backing up, coming back home. So you're backing up with your car. What must you do before you can go forward again? Stop. You have to stop. How long will that stop be? The Bible says in there 3 days, but how long? Even if it stops for 2 or 3 hours, you know the catastrophe we'll have here. Are you ready for it? Only understanding it will make you ready. Don't try to move here, go there or there. That's not getting ready. Become aware of it. That's becoming ready. So you see, when you have that, this is fixed. This doesn't move. This is down here. And the one here, when it is over here now, follow? So the one is fixed, and that's what crucifixion means. They get back home. And it is one hell of a job. Yeah. But when you're going back home, your years become younger. Alzheimer is not in your dictionary. Most other illnesses will start to disappear until this cross meets this one. Then you're fixed. Now you don't stay fixed because with all this up here that we gained, later on we can use it, but that's for another age or day. So this is where the story is hinged on. That's the pyramid. And pi, P-Y-R, and pylos, Greek, fire. But when this lid comes down, the fire becomes light. When people talk too much, what do you say? You got a big mouth. There it is. People breathe orally most of the time instead of nasal wise. There it is.